Hey guys, and happy end of week 8, beginning of week 9. It is currently Sunday evening, which means it's time to get ready and prep for the rest of the week. Tonight I am meal prepping Sloppy Joes, and I figured I would take you along on the process. If you're anything like me, you don't like spending a lot of money on food because it's expensive, and you also aren't very good at cooking every single night. I like to meal prep for a few days at a time so that I know I'll have food for the rest of the week when I get busy. It's also cheap. Did I mention the cheap part? I'm going to take you guys through, show you my recipe, show you how to cook it. It takes about 45 minutes, and they are delicious. They're not your grandma's Sloppy Joes, they're better. Let's hop into it. Alright, here's what you're going to need. You need some hamburger, some ketchup, mustard, some tomato sauce, a little bit of corn, an onion, some peppers. You could do green, yellow, orange, whichever color you like, garlic, and a little bit of brown sugar. We'll also need water, but that's kind of hard to take a picture of. Excuse my washer, it's kind of loud. But the first thing I'm gonna do is cut up my onion, my garlic, and my bell peppers into fine little choppy pieces. I'm sure there's a better way to say that, but we're gonna call them fine little choppy pieces. I've got this set to the side. This has my onion, my bell peppers, and my garlic in it. All of these, I don't have exact measurements for them. You just kind of put in how much you feel. What feels right to you. You can also do this recipe without, though it's not quite as tasty. Next, I'm gonna go start getting my meat ready and start browning it. Woo! All right, now that my meat is done browning, I am going to strain it, and while it is straining, I'm gonna take all our yummy little veggies that we set aside, and I'm gonna stick them in the pan and get them a little sizzling so they soften up a bit. If you like corn, you can also add corn in at this point. However long you leave the veggies on and cooking alone for determines how crunchy they are. There's really no good way to tell how long you should leave them sitting in the pan, just until you feel like they've gotten to the optimal level of softy crunch. All right, the next thing you're gonna do is pour in one 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. We're also gonna add about like a 4 cups worth of water. It should start looking a little something like this and be kind of soupy. Next thing I'm gonna do is add in some brown sugar. This is also to taste. I would say about 2 tablespoons will do it. I'm adding a little bit more just because I wanted to put in this cool cup for the video. So I'm gonna turn the heat up to 5 or wherever the middle point is on your, whatever this is called, stovetop, and I'm gonna re-pour the meat back in. I'm gonna add in our final 2 ingredients, ketchup and mustard. Again, no real measurement for this. I am going to do 2 circles around the pan, call it good. You also have the option to add in Worcestershire sauce here. It's so good. I would recommend adding Worcestershire sauce. I just forgot to buy some at the store, so L's. Anyways. Alright, so now that I got my mustard and ketchup in there, I taste tested and it's not quite tangy enough, so I'm going to add a bit more mustard. At this point, it should be looking a little something like this. Now, I know that's not the most gorgeous looking mixture you've ever seen, but I promise it's going to get a little bit better. You're going to turn your heat up to just about the middle, maybe a little bit more on your stovetop, and your mixture should come to just about a boiling point, if not just under. We're gonna leave it here and let it simmer until it goes all the way down to being nice and gooey and not liquidy at all. If you have one of those cool little glass cover things, you can definitely add that in. I don't have one for this pan, so I'm just gonna have to keep coming back and watching it so it doesn't make a mess. All right, kind of hard to see, but it's simmered down, so it's not very liquidy anymore. It's pretty gooey. That means it's time to be done. I love making this recipe because it's relatively cheap but super flavorful, so I don't feel like I'm eating the cheapest thing that I could possibly eat. With about 1.15 pounds, you're going to yield maybe 6 or 7 sandwiches, depending on how you split it up, which is about 3 or 4 days worth of food, and they come ringing out at about $12 for this entire meal. And that includes buns, it includes all the little different things that we threw in there. So really cheap, very good, I would recommend. Let me show you the final product. And here is the final product. It may not look like the most gorgeous thing in the world, but I promise you, if you use this recipe, oh my god, so delicious. That's it for this week, guys. I hope week 9 is fantastic for you guys. we're getting ready for Dead Week and then for finals, so everything's heating up. If you guys want to see more videos like this of my recipes and my cheat hacks for eating cheap, well, that's kind of a tongue twister, drop a comment down below. If not, have a great week, guys. See you later.